The images flood the airwaves.
Sex sells.
Not just to adults either.
Like, you need to be like those girls in the Victoria's Secret model. You need to look like them.
Teenagers are bombarded with the stuff, so it's no surprise they're starring in their own photo shoots.
I know of people that have sent pictures, but I don't think that's when you first think of like, oh, you were sexting. It's more like, oh, you sent these pictures.
Some say it's just the high-tech version of, you show me yours, I'll show you mine.
You'll find naked women on a cave wall from an old caveman, you know, because they didn't have a cell phone and they didn't have a Polaroid.
In April of 2014, a mom in Louisa County called the sheriff's chief deputy, Major Donald Lowe, because somebody posted a nude photo of her daughter to Instagram. Lowe went to the school to investigate.
We thought it was an isolated case. And then when we started digging into it, finding out this is not so isolated.
All totaled, more than 100 instances of minors sexting. Some shared between boyfriend and girlfriend, others shared online.
It's really unbelievable that teens would think it's okay to send pictures of themselves to other people.
Dr. Lisa Lockdowner counsels teens and understands why they get caught up in the moment.
You've got the onset of puberty and hormones raging, and then in terms of brain development, the frontal lobe does not fully develop until we're in our early 20s. And the frontal lobe controls things like decision-making, reasoning, impulse control.
Anyone that asks you to send them a picture of yourself nude doesn't respect you.
Detective Mike Wells investigates sexting cases in Albemarle County schools. He knows the impulse control problem.
I had a middle school kid one time at Walton Middle School put a picture of himself, a nude photo of himself online, and before I could have it removed from one site, it had been viewed 150,000 times.
Technically, that middle school child distributed child pornography, a crime that carries a hefty punishment. But these are children, and juvenile court, as opposed to adult court, has a directive to rehabilitate, not to punish.
So there's no crime called sexting.
Albemarle County Deputy Commonwealth's Attorney Darby Lowe says most teens keep it to themselves, but when they don't, the law steps in.
What we're trying to do ultimately, which is to discourage sexting and to protect the kids who are involved. They don't realize how those photographs can continue to live on and on and on in cyberspace.
I mean, it's scary, for sure.
Which is why the Commonwealth's attorney, police, and the schools teamed up for seminars to educate students.
Making a stupid mistake can get you a felony, so it's kind of like really the shock factor. Yeah.
It's a scary thought.
Yeah.
For myself or like for anyone else who's doing it, you have to realize that this is kind of a humiliating thing. Like, it's embarrassing, and once that gets out, your life is ruined. Like, it's pretty much social suicide.
Then they get embarrassed because now people that they don't want to know, you know, what they were doing now know.
The Louisa case drew so much attention, the State Crime Commission made note of it in an October report on sexting, saying over 1,000 images of underage teenagers had been posted on Instagram accounts, and over 100 teenagers were involved in some manner.
I wasn't causing trouble. What's happening?